Imagine an overgrown garden. Now picture it transforming into a beautifully manicured space. All it takes is understanding the art of pruning. This isn't just about aesthetics. It's about nurturing the health and vitality of your plants. Pruning can breathe new life into your garden, turning an unruly wilderness into a thriving oasis. It's a simple act that holds transformative power. Uncover the secrets to achieving this transformation in your garden as we delve into the art of pruning. Pruning is more than just cutting back plants. It's a strategic process that can shape your garden's future. Delving into the principles of pruning, we'll unravel the thoughtful approach behind each snip and trim. Firstly, we have selective pruning, the art of shaping plants. By deciding which branches to remove and which to keep, we shape the plant's growth. This is not just for aesthetics. An effectively shaped plant can better capture sunlight, promote growth, and even influence the direction of its future branches. Next, we have the principle of improving air circulation. Overgrown plants can create a dense canopy, limiting airflow and creating a damp environment that's a breeding ground for diseases. Pruning opens up the plant, allowing air to circulate freely, reducing the risk of disease, and giving your plants a breath of fresh air. And finally, the principle of removing dead or diseased wood. Dead wood not only looks unsightly, but it can also be a drain on a plant's resources. By removing it, we redirect those resources towards new growth. Similarly, by removing diseased portions of a plant, we prevent the disease from spreading and give the plant a better shot at a healthy life. But remember, pruning is not a one-size-fits-all solution. Different plants have different needs and respond differently to being pruned. Always research and understand the needs of your plants before making that first cut. And when you do, make sure your tools are sharp. A clean cut heals faster and is less likely to attract disease than a jagged one. And one more thing, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Pruning is as much an art as it is a science, and every artist has a few missteps on their journey to mastery. So go ahead, pick up those pruning shears and start shaping your garden's future. Remember, pruning is not just about enhancing the look of your garden, but also about promoting the health of your plants. With these principles in mind, you are well on your way to becoming a master pruner, shaping not only your plants, but your garden's future. Pruning is all about timing. Different types of flowering plants have different pruning seasons. The art of pruning is a delicate dance with nature, a dance in which timing plays a pivotal role. To prune effectively, you need to understand the life cycle of your flowering plants. Each plant type has its own rhythm, its own season for growth, flowering, and dormancy. Pruning at the right time can enhance this rhythm, ensuring that your plants are healthy, vibrant, and abundant with blooms. Let's take roses, for example. These captivating beauties are best pruned in late winter or early spring, just as they're breaking dormancy. This timing allows the plant to focus its energy on producing robust new growth that will soon be adorned with blooms. On the other hand, spring blooming shrubs like rhododendrons and azaleas should be pruned immediately after flowering. This is usually in late spring or early summer. Pruning them later in the season or during winter could remove the buds set for the next year's bloom, leaving you with a less than stellar floral display. For summer blooming plants, such as hydrangeas and butterfly bushes, pruning in late winter or early spring is ideal. This is when these plants are dormant, and pruning them at this time encourages them to produce new growth that will bear flowers in the summer. Evergreen shrubs, however, are a different story. These hardy plants can be pruned almost any time of the year, except in late fall. Pruning them too close to winter can make them susceptible to winter burn, a condition that can cause their foliage to brown or bleach. It's clear then that knowing when to prune is not a one-size-fits-all answer. It's a matter of understanding each plant's unique growth cycle and adapting your pruning practices accordingly. This knowledge, combined with the right tools and techniques, can help you shape your garden into a flourishing oasis of color and life. Knowing when to prune is the first step in ensuring the health and vitality of your flowering plants. Just like a painter needs the right brushes, a gardener needs the right tools for pruning. The world of pruning tools can be a bit overwhelming, but don't worry, we're here to help you navigate it. The first tool on our list is a pair of hand pruners, also known as secateurs. These are perfect for small branches and stems, up to about 3/4 of an inch in diameter. There are two types: anvil pruners, which have a single straight cutting blade that closes onto a flat surface, and bypass pruners, which have a curved blade that bypasses another blade in a scissor-like action. The bypass pruners are usually preferred as they give a cleaner cut. For slightly larger branches, reaching up to 1.5 inches in diameter, Loppers are your best friend. With their long handles, they not only give you extra reach, but also more leverage, making it easier to cut through tough branches. For those really thick branches, a pruning saw is the tool you need. Its razor-sharp curved blade allows for a quick and clean cut, even on branches over 2 inches in diameter. Some pruning saws even have extendable poles, allowing you to reach high branches without the need for a ladder. Finally, we have the hedge shears. These are perfect for shaping your flowering plants and maintaining a neat appearance. They come in different sizes, so you can choose the one that best fits your needs. But tools alone won't do the job. You'll also need a good pair of gardening gloves to protect your hands, and a sharpener to keep your tools in top shape. A dull tool can damage your plants and make your work harder. And remember, always clean your tools after each use to prevent the spread of disease. A simple wipe with a cloth soaked in a solution of 1 part bleach to 9 parts water will do the trick. So there you have it. From secateurs to saws, these are the tools of the trade for pruning. Each has its own role to play in helping you shape your flowering plants and keep your garden looking its best. With the right tools in hand, you're ready to start pruning. Now that you have the right tools and know when to prune, it's time to learn how to prune. Pruning is not just about cutting back overgrowth, it's a strategic art, enhancing the health, vitality, and beauty of your flowering plants. So how do we do it right? Firstly, identify the stems or branches you want to prune. Look for any dead, diseased, or damaged parts. These are your first targets. When you cut these out, you're essentially giving your plant a clean bill of health, allowing it to focus its energy on new growth and flowering. Next, consider the plant's shape. Pruning is your chance to guide your plant's growth. You can trim it to maintain a particular form or to encourage it to grow in a certain direction. Look for any branches that are crossing over each other or growing inwards. Cutting these out will improve air circulation, preventing diseases and promoting healthier growth. Now, let's talk about the actual cut. Always prune just above a bud that is facing the direction you want the new growth to take. Make sure your cut is at a slight angle, about a 1/4 inch above the bud. This allows water to run off, preventing rot. Remember, less is more. It's better to prune a little at a time than to cut back too much at once. Take a step back after each cut, observe the plant, and adjust your plan if needed. It's also crucial to keep your tools clean. Always clean your pruning shears before moving to a new plant to avoid spreading diseases. Lastly, timing is everything. Pruning at the wrong time can stress your plants and reduce their flowering potential. That's why we covered when to prune in our previous segment. So there you have it, a step-by-step guide to pruning your flowering plants. It's a delicate balance between art and science, requiring patience, precision, and a keen understanding of your plant's needs. Mastering these techniques will allow you to shape your flowering plants for optimal beauty and health. You now hold the power to transform your garden through the art of pruning. By now, you're equipped with the knowledge of when to prune, the right tools to use, and the techniques for doing it effectively. So it's time to roll up your sleeves, grab your shears, and let your newfound skills take root. Think of pruning as a conversation between you and your plants. Each cut is a message, guiding your plants towards better health, more abundant blooms, and a shape that enhances your garden's overall aesthetic. Remember, pruning isn't a one-time task. It's a commitment to the ongoing care and cultivation of your garden. Much like painting a masterpiece, shaping your garden through pruning is a process. Each stroke of the shears, each strategic cut, gradually reveals the beauty beneath the overgrowth. Every season, as you prune your flowering plants, you're not just maintaining them. You're sculpting a living work of art, a testament to your dedication and care. With time, patience, and regular pruning, your garden will become a vibrant, flourishing canvas. But don't just take our word for it. Experience it for yourself. The first cut may seem daunting, but with each successive snip, you'll see your garden responding, growing, and blooming in ways you never imagined. Unlock the potential of your garden by embracing the art of pruning. Start today and see the transformation unfold.